I'm sick of these niggas. I had some help. Get rid of these niggas. I'm sick of these niggas. Sick of these niggas. I had some help. Get rid of these niggas. I fuck with the mob and I got ties. Sick of this shit. Sick of these niggas. Hire some help. Get rid of these niggas. Hey, hey, hey. Alright, here we go. What's going on, everybody? Hey, live! It's your boy, Brian Redmond. I am here with you all once again. This is the Relationship Rehab, and tonight, we're talking about politics. We're talking about Trump. We're talking about the wall. We're talking about the government shutdown. We're talking about it all. And if I got enough time, I just might tell you a little bit about my social media tete-a-tete that I had earlier today with some of the Hebrew Hotep brothers out in the world. Boy, I tell you, it was quite enlightening. I enjoyed myself, though. It was a good laugh. Helped me get through my day. I enjoyed watching the football. Shout out to them goddamn Saints for beating them Eagles who beat my Bears. Hey, thank you. Appreciate it. Who that? That's them Saints. Super Bowl going through New Orleans. But getting to the point, I want to touch on a few things. So while y'all here, click that like button. Hit the subscribe button if this is your first time. Check out my other channel, which is the United Guns of America. Check out my other videos, my other content. Let me know what you think. And if you disagree with me, let me say this. Because I am, what do we call it? I'm a son of Papa Soto. If anybody out there has a problem, and shout out to my boy Tommy Sotomayor, who had a kick-ass show in ATL on last night. Congratulations to you, brother. I knew you was going to do it. You set it off, kicked it off. That's what's up. Shout out to him. But to anybody that has a disagreement with what it is that I say, what it is that I do, whatever the case may be, I am always willing to have a conversation. I'm not always right. And my way may not be the way. It's just a way. Okay? So if you got a problem with something I'm saying, I've even had somebody even ask me about the hat that I'm wearing. I did a video specifically about this hat and why I wear it. So if you got a question, I don't mind having a conversation. As long as it's respectful and it makes sense and it ain't a bunch of nonsense, I'm all for it. Let's do it. And if I ask you a question, to those people that don't know me and to my friends that know me, I'm talking about niggas that go back with me 35 years plus. All right? If I'm ever asking you a question about something that you doing or something that you saying on social media, I am literally just challenging your thought and your position. That's it. Because I'm the type of person where I want to get feedback from people. I want to hear from people, see what you're thinking, see what you're saying, why you're saying it, because you just might enlighten me. You just might help me. So if that's the case, I think that we should all just take a page out of the Soto Nation and just be willing to have a conversation. Because that's where it starts. That's where ideas begin. That's where change begins. You have to be able to think for yourself and be able to challenge each other on what y'all think. That's all it is, all right? So be willing to have a conversation, because I am, and have an intelligent conversation. Don't be disingenuous. Don't be talking a bunch of fucking cliches that you can't explain or can't back up. Don't do that. And don't get off the subject. But just, hey, take what it is that I'm saying. If you got a question about it, if you got a problem about it, whatever the case may be, talk to your boy. You can shoot me an email. We can set up a one-on-one. You can Skype, call, Google Hangouts. I don't give a fuck. Write it down. Take a picture. It don't matter. Just let me know what it is that you want to talk to me about, and we can do that. I am that guy, all right? I don't mind having a conversation. So just keep that in mind. If y'all ever got somebody that say, oh, what the hell he talking about? I don't like his ass. What he talking? Hey, hit the man up and have a conversation with him. That's all he's saying. That's all I want to do is just talk a little bit. That's all. All right? So, moving right along, let me first and foremost give out a relationship rehab salute to the first person in the chat, which is none other than Lieutenant Ice. What's happening? Thank you, sir, for being the first one in the room. Make sure you click that like. Make sure y'all share the show to get some other people involved. All right? So, talking about politics, what's going on out here in the world. And I guess first and foremost, I want to talk about the Trump thing first, okay? Let me say what my problem is with people who got problems with Trump. Because I, just like everybody else, I don't necessarily like Trump. I'm not pro-Trump. And somebody even said today that I was willing to take a bullet for the man. But that's neither here nor there. But my point is this. Here's my thing about Trump. And I challenge you out there who don't like Trump for whatever reason to ask yourself this. What is it that Trump has done, or that Trump has said, or Trump has put into action that has, number one, personally affected your everyday life? We ain't talking about what other people are saying. We ain't talking about what's happening to other people. What has Donald Trump, President Donald Trump, done to you that affects your everyday life? That's my first question I have for anybody that is anti-Trump. My next question is this. What is it that Trump has done, or that Trump is doing, or what he's trying to do that no other politician has ever done before? That's my next question. We're going to get to the shutdown, Mike Wash. Just hang tight. So that's my thing about people that got these issues with Trump. Trump is not a great president. Trump is and I'm going to say this. He's a shitty politician. But my thing is this. The shit that he has done since he's been in office, number one, not much of it affects my everyday life. Okay? And as far as the shit that he's done and the shit that he said, other presidents before him have done just as much or said just as worse. They just didn't say it to your face. The fact that he is as transparent as he is on social media, yes, that can rub people the wrong way. I get that part. And that may be a little bit offensive to you to hear it and all that shit. I'm fine with all that. But my thing is this. I hope this shit don't start doing that. What is it that this dude is doing on a regular basis that's just pissing you off to the highest of festivity, to where you are going around talking about, let's impeach this dude, let's shut this dude down, he got to die, he got to go, I hate him, he's a racist, Trump ain't no more racist than Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, George Bush, and anybody else, any of the other presidents that have been in office. So what is the problem that you have with him is what I specifically want to hear. Because if it's anything aside from how you feel, then it's a bunch of bullshit. It just is. It is what it is. I've been listening to Mob Ties all day, so I might reference that from time to time. So when you look at the whole thing and say, hey, this is what President Trump has done, this is what he said, yeah, is his base a bunch of unsavory characters? That's tomato. That's your opinion. I get it. You may not like his base. Does he promote a certain level of division amongst the people that are his base and the rest of the nation? Yup, he does. My thing is this. Democrats are the ones that have historically tried to say, we're going to bring everybody together. We're going to love everyone and make this world a better place for you and me. We're going to heal the world while all the while ain't doing jack shit. So that's their narrative. And I'm fine with that because that's the side that they own. And then when you come over to the other side, the Republicans are like, man, I'm tired of spending all this money. I want to keep my money for myself. And I want everybody to make this shit, make it on their own, goddammit. Get yourself together, or that classic cliche of pull yourself up by your bootstraps. That's what they say. That's what they believe. My point is this. You got two sides. You got your Republicans and your Democrats, your liberals and your conservatives. Everybody got their own beliefs. You can't condemn one because you're the other. You can't. Except the fact that, hey, this side looks at and has different views than myself. It doesn't make them the fucking devil. It doesn't make them to the... It shouldn't get you to the point to where you want them dead. You want to ruin their lives. You want to take everything that they have. And they shouldn't be where you think they are. Plain and simple. It just shouldn't be that way. So keep in mind and have the respect to say that there are two sides that have two different opinions. Because when Obama was in office, it was, yeah, my president black. Yeah, the White House is black. Yeah, we got nigga up in the presidency now. We done finally made it. Anything is possible if you just believe. If you can see it, then you can be it. Yes, I am referencing R. Kelly. If you just achieve it. Everybody believed that they could fucking fly when Obama won presidency. Twice. And what did the Republicans do? They got a bunch of dolls and started hanging these nigga dolls from the trees. They was burning dolls of Obama. They was lynching dolls that looked like Obama. They was talking about he's not an American. He's a terrorist because his middle name is Hussein. God damn it! So it's like it wasn't too far the same exact way. So it's like both sides are doing the same shit. But it's like we tend to try to forget that part. And even the conservative Republicans now are saying, he's the president, goddammit, and you should respect the office. That's a bunch of bullshit. And I'm just calling it like it is, down the middle fair. The Republicans was shouting that shit as soon as Trump won. And they was the first ones talking about, well, he's not Obama's not a real American. He's a goddamn terrorist, and he shouldn't be in office. He still has not produced his birth certificate, God damn it. Y'all like my Republican voice? That's what everybody was saying. And then when you flip it on the other side, and you say now that Trump is the president, he's the orange president, and he shouldn't be the president because he's a racist. And he doesn't like black people. He doesn't like gays. And he only likes racist white folks. And he's rich, god damn it. We're both doing the same thing. When your guy gets in there, it's all, hey, let's go. We're all Americans and we're going to change the world one day at a time. When the other guy, the guy that you don't like ain't in there, we got to get him out. We got to impeach him. That's just like when they tried to impeach Bill Clinton for getting his dick sucked and busting off on a girl's dress. Really? And my thing is this. We as Americans, we need to be pissed off at the fact that they spend the government dollars doing this type of bullshit. You went and that goddamn Killer Star went and got a whole goddamn investigation going, and they tried to literally get Bill Clinton out of office early just because he got his dick sucked and said he didn't. I did not have sex with that woman. Yes, you did. And her nasty whole ass saved the dress. Who does that? He skeeted on my dress, girl. I'm holding on to it, girl. Yeah, he skeeted right there. He put a load on my chest and on my dress. It's hanging up in the closet. It's been in there for 6 months. It's a memento. Who does that? That's some nasty shit. I'm just saying. It just is. It is what it is. So, my thing is this. When you're talking about what it is that this man is and what you hate about him, I'm fine with that. What you don't like about him, absolutely you should be able to voice your opinion about that 1000%. Because you shouldn't like everything that every president does. It's plenty of shit that I don't like the way he's handled it. And there's certain things that I don't like what he's tried to do. But on the other hand, there are certain things that he has done that I do like. But we don't talk about that shit. That's my point. And when you're talking about saying, hey, I don't like this motherfucker because of the things that he's done, great. Call him out on his bullshit. But you need to call out Obama on his bullshit. You should have been calling out Bush on his bullshit. You should have been calling out Clinton on his bullshit too. Because I swear for God, I don't ever remember seeing a single Facebook post of somebody that was of my hue talking bad about Barack Hussein Obama. I don't recall it. I don't. I just don't. And if somebody can point it out, please do. Correct me. My Facebook friends, my social media friends on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, please show me where y'all was going in on some of the shit that Obama was doing. Because you can't sit here and tell me he ain't do no wrong. So I'm not trying to hear that. And what I'm challenging people on is the fact that You calling this shit out every day about Trump, that's cool. Say what you want to say. But when he do some good shit, your feed is quiet than a motherfucker. Because at the end of the day, the fact that that dude redid that fucking crime bill, that shit that the Clintons did to us, let's call that shit out. Them goddamn Clintons locked up the most niggas ever since fucking slavery. Fact. Say what you want to say. Talk all the shit you want to talk. Yeah, Bill Clinton was black because he got his dick sucked, he smoked weed, and he played the sax. Y'all all loved him for that. But he locked up the most niggas ever since slavery. And don't nobody want to call that shit out. Where's the fuck Clinton hashtag at? Where's the fuck 3 strikes hashtag at? But guess who came and turned that shit around? Now, we would all expect and hope that it would have been Obama. I know I would have. Well, why wouldn't a half-black man be the first one to overturn some shit that's been locking up niggas for life for a long fucking... I know several niggas that have fallen victim to that. And we're not going to even talk about the percentage of motherfucking niggas that got locked up because a motherfucker planted some shit on them, and because of 3 strikes, their ass was gone for good. We ain't going to even talk about that, even though it's a small percentage, but it still equals up to thousands of niggas. Okay? Let's keep going. My point is this. That dude had the balls to say, you know what? This shit that we doing is wrong as hell. We gonna overturn this shit. Wasn't no hashtag, thanks for ending 3 strikes, Donald. Wasn't no hashtag, thanks Trump for overturning 3 strikes. And this nigga has literally been the president to stop locking up so many niggas. Which is some shit we always talk about. What's wrong with black men? They dead or in jail. Right? That's the first 2 things motherfuckers say about black men. They dead and they in jail. So my point is, if you're gonna say, hey, I'm calling him out because of the bullshit that he's doing, because of the bullshit, and it's bullshit, and I'm gonna get to that. Because of the bullshit that's going on, I'm also gonna call out the good that this motherfucker doing too, especially when it's helping me directly and my loved ones. Niggas that I know that's been locked up or ain't gonna get locked up on some bullshit no more. And be gone for how long ever. Like Bernie Mac said, you know it's a long time you take that 4 off the motherfucker. How long you locked up for? Ever? Shit. But can't nobody sit back and at least be honest enough and at least be genuine enough in your criticism to say this is some shit that was good. Now, all of the fuck shit that's going on, I'm with you 100% on calling that out. But don't just call it out on the one motherfucker. Call it out on the whole. Like my man Eric said to me earlier, shout out to my boy Easy. It's not just about the one motherfucker in the picture. It's about the background in the frame too. Or something that's like he said. That makes sense. It's about the whole picture and the frame that it's in. I think that's exactly what he said. So you have to pay attention to that. Don't just say, yeah, you see that one little thing right there? That's our fucking problem. No, it's the whole fucking picture. Because the whole picture is what affects everybody. Plain and simple. So if you're going to get on the motherfucker, get on them. But get on all these motherfuckers. Because, and that's going to take me into my next point. When you're talking about this whole government shutdown thing, over the wall, first and foremost, I don't believe that the shit is just about a wall. I just don't. And I believe that it's some type of shit that we don't know about. It's some shit that's being motherfuckers either swept under the rug or some shit that's being kicked to the curb. It's an overlay for an underlay. Why do I say that? Because it always is with our fucking government. It's always the motherfucking smoking mirrors. Ah, we got you over here watching this while meanwhile we're doing this to you. We got our fingers going here and waving the fingers saying, yeah, watch this birdie. Meanwhile, we're doing this to you. Hey, is that a finger on pussy? Don't worry about that. Just keep your eyes up here. Just keep watching this motherfucker. Keep watching this. That's exactly what's going on. And ain't nobody trying to figure that out because we so caught up saying this is Trump's fault for shutting down the government. Why not say, well, wait a minute. If the if this motherfucker shutting down the government and this motherfucker trying to close some shit, why the fuck is he the only motherfucker trying to close this shit down? For what reason? It can't just be for the wall. It gotta be for some extra shit. Gotta be. And we gotta start being smart enough to see that and say, hey, nah, fuck that. Let's get to the bottom of this shit. Let's see what this shit is really about. Let's just not say, oh, okay, he just want the wall, and that's it. That's all it is. And once he get the wall, he be happy. He throwing a temper tantrum. It gotta be more than that. I'm not that naive. But ain't nobody else thinking like that. Ain't nobody else calling that shit out. Ain't nobody else saying, well, why the fuck is Congress bitching about a $5 billion wall? Why is Congress so adamant about not giving this motherfucker a wall? Truth be told, when you're talking about border security, how is border security not important? And how the fuck has the Democratic agenda got everybody else believing that the wall is not important because border security ain't no problem? Are you fucking serious? You can't tell me that border security is not an issue. And if you think that it ain't, then you're a dumbass. Plain and simple. You're a dumbass if you think that border security is not something we should be concerned about. That's just like having a house and your house ain't got no fence around it. What sense does that make? And you steady got motherfuckers coming on your property. You got factual evidence that shows, man, this motherfucker's coming on my property when I ain't even here. This motherfucker just coming on my property doing whatever the fuck they want to do. Sneaking over onto my land, using my shit. Wouldn't you put up a fence at some point? Get some motherfucking cane corsos or some motherfucking Rottweilers or something? Miss Peaches, you better come get this Rottweiler. Y'all, what the movie is that from? Let me see if somebody know. But all I'm saying is you have to say, look, this shit has to mean something. And for him to be hell-bent on it, I get it. That's one of the things, the reason why he's so hell-bent on it, I'm guessing, is because it's one of the things he promised. It's one of the things that his base people wanted. And he's literally trying to do that. He's trying to deliver what he promised to his base. Which is something that ain't too many fucking presidents have been good at accomplishing. There we go. Low down dirty shame. 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 That's what's up, fat. So it's like when you talking about saying, hey, this dude is trying to deliver on what he said because his base, and now it's gotta be a good portion of the fucking country that wants a wall too. Because you don't just raise $20 million off GP and just say, oh, shit, we ain't nothing to do. Let's just donate 50 grand here. Let's donate $100 here, $200. Let's just give up the money. No. Them motherfuckers is obviously concerned about it. And it's a lot of people that's concerned about it. Which makes sense. I'm fine with that. Would I like some kind of wall? Hell fucking yeah. Because we don't know what the fuck is going on with people coming over here and motherfuckers coming into our shit. We just don't know. And let me show you something. Glad I got this. Now, this here is what we call the discretionary spending fund from 2015 for our wonderful fucking government. Okay? Let me blow this up. My face ain't important even though it's handsome. But it ain't important right now. If you take a look at this, this literally breaks down what the discretionary spending is. Not the mandatory spending. You got two separate budgets. You see them two fingers up top? You got two separate budgets. You got mandatory spending and discretionary spending. Okay? I'm just going to educate you real quick on what I know. Now, you talking about your discretionary spending, mandatory spending. This is what's going on with your discretionary spending. This is what's happening. 598 billion. So you got 600 billion going to the military. You got your food and agriculture, your transportation. These are billions of dollars. Billions of dollars going to science. Billions of dollars going to energy and all that shit. I'm rambling, bro. Hey, you know what, Rod? You didn't respond to my motherfucking comment that I put on here. Hold on. You didn't respond to my motherfucking comment that I put on your page earlier. And the fact that you ain't here talking shit now, bro, hey. You really need to call me or explain to me what it is you're trying to say. And if you want to call in, we can do that too. But that's strike 2 right there, nigga. Real talk. And you a nigga that's been fucking with me for 35 years. And I don't know why the fuck you think it's cool to just be talking shit like that. Especially when I'm the motherfucker inviting you to come and have a conversation. So I don't know what the fuck is going on, but we can definitely have a conversation. But you don't run my fucking show, bro. Give me a second and then we can have a conversation. So, getting back to what I was saying, the discretionary fund, all I'm pointing out is that when you look at the money that's being spent, the billions of dollars that's going to all of these different funds, you should be able to say, well, look, it's not necessarily a matter of us not having the money. It's just a matter of saying why we not spending the money here. So that's why I say that there's got to be some other agenda as to why Congress is saying, because Congress is in control of this money right here. And that's why Trump is going to Congress saying, y'all need to spend this shit. So it's like, that's why they're trying to say, well, we're not paying for no wall. We're not going to give you no wall. We're not going to spend the taxpayers' money. But you spending $600 billion on military and ain't nobody questioning that. And I'm saying nobody as far as the taxpayers, us, the people who putting in the money to buy this shit. So we don't know if we paying for $4,000 grenades or if we paying for $40 toilet seats. Have no clue. But the fact of the matter is, the money is there. And I don't know why the money ain't being spent or how the money is being spent or who's choosing to spend what. But at the end of the day, when you're talking about what somebody is spending and the way they spending it, then we need to question the whole pie as opposed to just what somebody's saying, well, I want this $4-5 billion wall for border security, because border security is just as important as all of those other things. So let's figure out a way to either figure out how we can get it or what we can do to get it, as opposed to just saying, well, no, we ain't doing that and that's just it. But you spending $600 billion on military. So you can't convince me of that. You can't convince me of how you gonna sit and say, well, this is what I'm doing, this is how I'm doing it, and we as Congress just gonna say, hey, fuck that. But you got half the country who want it. Why wouldn't you acknowledge and say, well, we trying to figure out a way to do it? And if you're really gonna be genuine about what you're doing as Democrats, you would say, well, hey, this is what we came with, this is what we believe is fair, we laid it out, the taxpayers can see it, everybody can see it, and this is why Trump is saying no. If Trump is the bad guy, if he's the asshole in the equation, that's what you would say. So it's like, take some initiative to think for yourself and to challenge your congressman, because they playing a part in this too. This ain't just Trump sitting back pouting, even though he is, because he's a spoiled ass brat billionaire. I'm 100% in agreement with that. And yes, he don't know how to talk to people because he's a fucking billionaire. It's plenty of niggas you know that's thousandaires that don't know how to talk to people. So what's the point? It's like, so if you got somebody that is supposed to be your advocate, which is Congress, we for the people, we by the people, we supposed to take care of the people, and if they're doing everything that they're supposed to do and they righteous, then they would be the main ones being forthcoming saying, hey, this is what we laid out for him. This is what we spending here, 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 and here, and he wants this. If we did this, we'd have to take it from there. Because in my opinion, taking $5 billion from the military for 1 year, I don't think that would be a problem. I don't think that our national security would be crippled to the point to where we would be at risk as Americans if they was to do that. You ain't gonna miss $5 billion out of 600. You're just not. You're just not. So that's my thing. And that's just the thing about having the information. And this is from 2015. I don't know what that fucking budget is now. You can look it up. But I just wanted to do this just to show and prove a point. You got all of these people getting all this money. And then these same people that's talking about we shutting down the government, it's people losing their jobs, it's people who can't pay their bills, it's people that's suffering and struggling. Why is it okay for Congress to get paid? Because they all getting their check. Why is it that everybody that's in Washington still getting a check, but everybody who work for the government, your TSAs and all them people, they ain't getting paid? Them people are at home. Why is that? That shit ain't cool. It's like, that's the thing we need to be questioning to say, hey, we want a law as the people. If y'all shut down the government, don't nobody get paid. That's only fair, ain't it? Especially when it's the motherfuckers who up there who can't get it together, who can't figure it out, who can't come to an agreement. How are they still getting paid and we ain't? Y'all gonna shut it down? Fine, shut it down, but don't nobody get paid. Because when you got a $4,500 house note that's due, it's the same as having one that's $800. At the end of the day, you both can get foreclosed on. So fair is fair. And if you're talking about being for the people, you're talking about doing what's right for the people, those should be the things we should be saying, hey, this is how it should go. But we're not going to do that because we so caught up in the drama. We so worried about what he's tweeting. We so worried about what they saying on CNN, and then they lie, and then 2 days later they come back and tell the truth. Or what they saying, Fox is saying about Congress, and then Fox is lying on Congress. Then 2 days later they come back and say the truth. Oh, well, we don't care about it now because it's old news. My point is this. They lying on both sides to you. They giving you the okie doke on both sides. It's just one is sitting here rubbing you on the back and giving you a little Vaseline. The other one just bending you over the barrel and giving it to you raw. Either way, you're getting fucked. And I would think if I'm getting fucked, then I'm going to try to get unfucked. I'm going to try to change something so that I won't keep getting fucked over. Because you fucking me over and smiling in my face, and yeah, I get it, yup, but you steady fucking me over, it's just as bad as somebody saying, yeah, fuck you, and I'ma fuck you. Fuck you, and I'ma fuck you. If they saying that to you, it's the same thing. And why you would be more accommodating to one as opposed to the other, I don't get it. We need to hold both sides accountable. We need to hold all politicians accountable. Republican, Democrat, Independent, don't matter. If you ain't doing what's best for the people, then you need to be held accountable. On any front. Plain and simple. So why not say that's the point, that's the purpose. That's what we trying to do as the people. We trying to rise up against the fuckery, not just this fuck nigga. Because if you go after that one dude, it's still the other dudes that's behind him. It's still the other dudes that's in his camp. It's still the other dudes that's in the cabinet. It's still the other dudes that fuck with him that's still pulling the strings. It's people right now today that don't even know that America's not even a country anymore. It's a goddamn company. Literally. It is a corporation. And people don't know that. Corporations have figureheads. That is exactly what the president is. Literally an interim CEO. He either gonna get 4 years or 8 years. Until the next asshole comes in and they do their thing. It's all an agenda. And it is not an agenda by one person. It's impossible for one person to have an agenda, man. It's impossible. It has to be a conspiracy. It's a group of people that have an agenda on what they want to do and how they want to get shit done. And we're going to use this guy's face to do it. And all of the propaganda that you're hearing around it, it's all the smoke and mirrors, and it's all a bunch of bullshit. Think back to when Obama was in office. What was Obamacare? It was literally supposed to be free healthcare. And he promised that as a politician. I'm going to get you Obamacare. We're going to have free healthcare, which I thought was fucking amazing. It was great. It's something we should already have. We should have been had it. And he promised that shit to us. And you know what happened? Goddamn Congress, they were being such assholes and such dicks that they stripped it and tore it apart to where the little shit he got passed was barely what he even started with. But they still called it Obamacare. But most people talking about like, yeah, well, this shit is this is bullshit and this was bullshit. And we want to be able to pick our own doctors. It was a bunch of bullshit. Obama had a solid plan for us to get free health care, and we let Congress tear the shit apart. Why? Because the people in Congress and the people in Washington are in bed with the fucking pharmaceutical companies. That's why. There's no other reason. They don't want free health care because it's going to be less money into their pockets. Yeah, I hit them with the big red from the 5 heartbeat. That's all they doing. They steady letting these pharmaceutical companies put money into all these politicians' pockets, getting all this money. They passing it out, handing it out, and the politicians like, yeah, give it to me, give it to me. You want me to do you? I do you, I do you, do you, and I do you. But we quiet with that shit. We don't want to call that shit out. So it's like it is what it is. So when you're talking about saying, hey, these people are doing this against us and they're doing that again. Call it out as a whole. We should have been pissed off at the fact of what they did to Obamacare. Because we should all want free health care. But we listening to that bullshit narrative of saying you're going to wind up paying more. Yeah, that's because of what you guys stripped away from it. That $600 billion, let's take a chunk of that shit and put it towards some health care. And my thing is this. You have plenty of people that will say, well, you just can't do it that way. It's just not that easy. Bullshit. If England got it, Mexico got it, Canada got it, why the fuck can't we have it? Because we're supposed to be the greatest country in the world. And if we're making America great again, right? Why can't we make it great and have free health care? We should be able to do it bigger and better than everybody else. We should be able to take that blueprint that they got and pimp that shit into something that's even better than what it is that they got over there. Greatest country in the world, right? Greatest place to live on earth, right? But we can't have free health care? We got to pay $600 for an EpiPen? Because some asshole want to get rich and buy 2 jets instead of 1? I can't go. But I know that's not one person's fault. That's everybody. So I don't blame Obama for Obamacare being fucked up like it is. Because I know that wasn't just his fault. I know that just wasn't him and his lack of being a good politician. No, I know it was all them assholes up in Washington doing it. But we don't want to call that shit out though. And it's the same thing now. You talking about this wall shit. You talking about all of this shit that they do. They doing all this shit. The government shutting down to piss the people off. That's why they with it. That's why they sitting back saying, nope, we're going to stand fast on what it is. We want him to step up and be a leader and to make this work. Basically, what you saying is, I want you to give me what I want. And he's saying, I want you to give me what I want. And ain't nobody saying, well, let's just motherfucking tone our egos down a little bit and let's both give a little bit so that we can both get what we want. Because they should be saying, we want to give them the wall. We just need to figure out a way. As opposed to saying, we're not giving them a wall. We're not going to do it. I want a fucking wall. There's plenty of people that want a fucking wall. Why can't we get a wall? Why can't we at least start on getting a wall? Why can't we work toward, show me the plan to get a wall? Because why? Half the damn country wants it. And whatever it is they want, they need to be saying, we want him to do this and we want him to do that. Why can't we take some of that $600 billion and put some of that shit towards the veterans? I don't get it. But we're not concerned about it, so that's why they not. We have to make shit like that a part of our agenda so that people can go ahead and say, hey, if you want to be in office, you want us to vote for you, this is what you need to go do. Because obviously, if you can't see it by now, your congressman has a lot of fucking power. And your Congress is part of the reason why your government is shut down right now. Yes, the president is involved too. Yes, it's equally his responsibility. Yes, he's the leader. He's the commander-in-chief and all that great shit. But at the end of the day, he has a responsibility to us too, just like they have a responsibility to us. Both of them motherfuckers work for us. But because we got a hands-off approach to politics where we just want them to take care of and figure it out, oh, it's too much information, it's too much work, I don't want to learn, I don't want to figure stuff out, I don't want to think. I just want you to do it and make my life great so I can go back to my Facebook post, so I can go back to my Instagram and get my likes up. I want my Instagram popping. I don't want to care. I don't care about what y'all doing in the government. Just figure it out. That's why we're at this point here. Because truth be told, our president and our fucking Congress should have been hell-bent on not getting to this point. They should have been the ones saying, we're not going to have a government shutdown. We're not going to have our people not being able to go to work. Because when we come back around for election, them people ain't going to put us back in fucking office. But they ain't scared of that. Because all they doing is saying, it's Obama. He's the one. I mean, it's Trump. Trump's the one. Trump's the bad guy. He's the bad guy. We're like, yeah, he is the bad guy. That motherfucker, we need to impeach him. Yeah, that motherfucker ain't shit. He the one that's fucking us over. He's a fucking clown. He's a fucking racist. He's a fucking traitor. He's all of this shit that we saying. That's all we're doing. We're listening to what somebody's narrative is, and we running with it like a goddamn running back. Heisman. I'm gone. I'm jumping over. I'm spinning. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep running with this football of bullshit that somebody tell me. And I'm not going to stop and say, well, wait. Why the fuck are we calling a running play anyway? Well, wait a minute. Why the hell am I the only motherfucker running with this ball? And y'all sitting back. Ain't nobody saying that. We have to start asking the right questions so that we can get some real fucking answers. And the only way we can do that is by controlling the motherfucking votes. Plain and simple. And I'm almost finished before I can get into any questions that somebody may have. You don't like Trump. That's fine. You mad at the fact that he's the president. You don't think he's good enough. You don't think that he's worthy. You don't think that he's educated enough. You don't think he's a good enough politician. You don't think that he is respectable enough to hold the office of commander-in-chief. I get it. Fact of the matter is, he wouldn't be there if you had a better candidate in place. Because he was not the best candidate. He was not the best candidate for this presidential election that just happened. He wasn't. But because your party, which is the Democrat Party, which used to be my party until this bullshit happened, that party was so hell-bent on doing what the fuck they wanted to do as opposed to doing what was best for all of us, that they fucked over the candidate who would have won, which was Bernie, and they put Hillary up because they thought it was her time. Because they thought she had paid her dues. They thought it was time for her to become president. And they bet on the wrong fucking horse. Because the people who thought that he was going to get it, that she was going to win it, the people who thought they wanted her to win it and she was entitled to the presidency, everybody else didn't feel that way. The rest of the country didn't feel that way. And when you look at the facts, when they talk about the election, and you can say, Russia fixed the election. You can say that too. So fucking what? What's done is done. Bush fixed the election. They fixed the election for Kennedy. So what's your point? If you ain't voting to change the election process, there's nothing to fucking complain about. So at the end of the day, if you would have had the right candidate up, because when Obama was up, they said that the election was fixed for Obama too. And that was a bunch of bullshit. The dude won. You may not like the way the system is. I personally don't like it. I think it's some bullshit too. That whole electoral college shit, it needs to be revamped. We can find a better way in today's time and with today's technology to elect a better president to where the presidency will be elected to where the greater majority of the people would be satisfied. And the greater majority of the people's candidate would win. It ain't set up like that. But Bernie would have fucking won if the Democratic Party, the so-called people we put in charge of the Democratic Party, wouldn't have been on their fucking high horse, sitting on their throne, saying, no, fuck what the people want. We're going to do what we want to do. Because we know what's best for you. We're the politicians. You're the constituents. Do what the fuck we say. And they fucked us out of the presidency. They had Obama campaigning for this bitch. They had Bill campaigning for this bitch. And they even paid Bernie a shitload of money for him to campaign for the bitch. And they was like, we not going. Yeah, we just had a half black dude in there. But we don't want this old ass, conniving ass white woman in here. And you know who decided that? Middle-aged white women. They were the ones who didn't vote for her. Her own fucking demographic didn't vote for her. Her own, should have been her base, didn't vote for her. We're not voting for her. She's a fucking liar. We got receipts on this bitch. Hello, Benghazi. Sitting on your ass while plenty soldiers are dying. Hello. Even with that server debacle shit, you got your own fucking server. Oh, I don't know what a server is. Now you gonna fucking lie to me? You 70-something years old and don't know what a fucking server is? Come on, man. You've been in politics too long, but you know why she said it? Because she think we stupid. And that's the shit that pissed me off. We had a bad candidate up. We had a terrible candidate. And she was so terrible, and we didn't want to admit it. She was so terrible that we took a person who wasn't even a fucking politician. We took a rich boy billionaire who ain't done nothing but what the fuck he wanted to do and ain't did shit the right way all his life and still wins, and we let that motherfucker become president over her because she was that bad, not that he was that good. He was a shitty politician. He was a shitty candidate, but he was better than her because he didn't have as many skeletons in his closet as she did. But we don't want to acknowledge that. We don't want to admit that shit. We don't want to say, well, damn, maybe we did fuck up. Because that's what happened with Obama. The Republicans just knew that, what's that boy name who ran the first time against him? Mitt Romney. They just knew Mitt was going to win. Then they just knew McCain was going to win. Even with the dumbass white lady that was with him. Sarah Palin. They just knew it. No. We don't want a dude who's so old that he's probably going to die during his term. We don't want somebody that says, oh, I know about Russia. I can see it from my house. Obama in my opinion, I will always give Obama this. May not have been my favorite president. I had a lot of expectations that he didn't meet. I get it. My point is this. Obama is one of the greatest politicians I have ever witnessed. The way that dude carries himself, the way that he speaks, the way that he can own a fucking room, that dude has the charisma. He has the style. He can fucking politic his ass off. He's one of the most educated motherfuckers we've ever seen in a political motherfucking life, and he was a fucking rock star. Rock star status when it comes to politician. I'm telling you. I ain't never seen nobody as smooth, as cool, as calm, as collected as Obama was. If anybody wants to be a politician, that's who you should try to model yourself after, because that motherfucker was cold-blooded with his shit. And do I think that he was a terrible president? Nope. I think he did just what any other president has done in the past. Now, everybody else will try to say, oh, Obama just ruined this country. He was just the worst president ever. Bullshit. He served his agenda just like every other president served their agenda. He did his thing the way he wanted to do it. That's what he did. So it's like when you have somebody that's in there doing their thing, you can't be mad. Because at the end of the day, they all lying to us. And if we think that they're not, you're a fool. They all are giving us the overlay for the underlay. They're all just pacifying us. They're all giving us just enough to keep our head above water, to make a wave when we can. That's why we have temporary layoffs. These ain't good times. Easy creating rip-offs. These are not good times. Scratching and surviving. These ain't good times. And we keep fucking around, we all gonna be hanging in the child line. And it's not gonna be good times. Whoever wrote that song is a son of a bitch, because that's not some cool shit. I'm just saying. That ain't cool. That shit ain't smooth. That ain't, hey, good times. No, it's not. These are terrible times. Because the people that work for the government right now, they ain't getting a check. You got people that have had jobs for maybe 6 months, or they've had a job for 16 years. Now they're not getting paid. What happens to their mortgage? What happens to their car note? What happens to their groceries? It's only so much you can do with maxing out your fucking credit cards. But that's putting you in debt. So when we do get back on track, now we all playing fucking catch up. That's all I'm saying. So when you're talking about saying, hey, this presidency is full of shit, this presidency is fucking us up, it's fucking over our country, and it's the worst presidency ever, take an actual look back at the other shit that has went on. You don't think fucking 9/11 was a fucking debacle? You don't think that there was some treacherous and some traitorous shit going on with 9/11? We had some fucking Middle Eastern dudes come to the United States, learn how to fly our planes, and flew the motherfuckers into the building and into a building that we saying that they really didn't fly the building into because they blew the building up from the inside and the building collapsed on the inside. So them planes was just some bullshit because they wanted to collapse this shit in the first place so that they can go over there and get that oil. Tell me there ain't no traitors involved in that shit. Tell me there's no treacherous shit in that. You can't. I'm not that much. I'm not a fool in that aspect. I may do some foolish shit. I may say some foolish things. But I'm not a fool to believe that this was just all a happenstance and those goddamn terrorists came over here and destroyed our country, tried to take us down, goddammit. It's all a fucking game. When they showed motherfucking George Bush face, when they told his ass them buildings hit, do y'all realize that motherfucker didn't flinch? He's sitting in a school reading to some kids and some shit that hasn't happened to this country since, what was it, 1941? Isn't that it? That's Pearl Harbor, isn't it? 41 or 42? Some shit that didn't happen since 1941 has happened on a much larger scale. 41 was a goddamn base that got hit. 2001, those were fucking buildings that got hit. Twin Towers, Pentagon, boom. And you telling me I'm just gonna sit there? Say what? Okay. Seemed like a motherfucker who was expecting that to me. Sure seemed like a motherfucker who expected that shit. They wasn't too surprised. If I would have heard that shit, I'd be like, what? They did what? Somebody just hit where? We got to go. Get the bags. Get the motherfucking football. I might have to launch me a nuke in about 20 minutes. Let's get the fuck out of here. We gotta go. Hey, close the school. Y'all need to take y'all asses home. Shit done hit the fan. They would have said, man, President Redmond just got the fuck up and said, hey, y'all need to get security. Y'all need to get these kids out of here. I'm gone. I got to go. I got some shit to handle. That dude didn't even look shocked. And he just sat there like, finally hit, huh? They said 9:10. It's 9:12. Okay, we on schedule. So it's like you're talking about the conspiracy theory? Hell yes. I'm not foolish enough to say, oh, that wasn't it. It was just it. No. It is what it is, man. And until we start holding everybody accountable, this shit is going to continue to be what it is. All you're doing is choosing which narrative you're going to plug into. I'm not going to choose this one. I'm going to choose that one. And what I'm telling you is, at the point or the position that I'm coming from, I'm going to plug into the shit that best serves me. Plain and simple. I'm going to plug in. If I see, well, this motherfucker only giving me 80 cents and this motherfucker is giving me 81 cents. A penny fucking matters. I'm going with the 81. This motherfucker calls me a nigga. This motherfucker treats me like a nigga. I'm going with the motherfucker that's talking shit. That's all I'm saying. So it's like, if you're going to look at the whole picture, look at the whole picture, but you have to challenge the whole game and all of its players. Not just the star of the team. Not just the quarterback. Look at the organization. Look at how all of this shit is unfolding, because can't no one man do all of this bullshit. Can't no one man spin all of this shit to the point to where, oh, I'm pulling all the strings and I'm making life terrible for this entire country all by myself because I choose to do that because I have the power. That's what it is. That's all I'm trying to get people to understand, especially our people. Because we got this thing to where we just default Democrats. No matter what it is, no matter who it is, all you got to do is come to my church or pass out a motherfucking hot dog or some shit at my local park for the summer, and I'm going to vote for you. I don't care how many liquor stores you put in my neighborhood. I don't care how many hospitals you close in my neighborhood. I don't care how many convenience stores you put in my neighborhood. I don't care. show up at my church and throw me a barbecue in the summer right before school start, and I'm voting for your ass. Default every time. And if you give me a few dollars, I might just stand outside and pass out some pawn cards for you. That's all I'm saying. You have to be able to say exactly, CJ. You got to worry about what you can control. And what you can control is your local politician. First. The shit you can control is what you need to be most worried about. That's all I'm saying. We got this thing where we want to look at the fire downtown and say, damn, downtown is on fire. Well, so is your fucking house. Which one you gonna put out first? If somebody shoots me in this hand and somebody stabs me in this hand and I go to the hospital, which one do you think the doctor should tend to first? That little cut right there or that fucking hole that's going through your entire hand? Please, sir, let's tend to the gunshot. Please, let's tend to this, because this hurts like a motherfucker. This stings. But this motherfucker hurt. That's all I'm saying to you. You have to look at it from a perspective of what is directly impacting and affecting my life right now today that I can control. And that's your local politicians. Could Trump be fucking dealing with fucking Russia on some backdoor shit? Sure in the fuck could. What does that do with my everyday life? How does that affect me right now? All of these accusations of all of the shit that Trump has been doing with Russia. He's doing this with Russia. He's in cahoots with Russia. Russia's done these attacks. They've fixed this. They've fucked over that. They've changed this. And what has that done to affect my life right now today? Nothing. Ain't no Russians at my door. Ain't no Russians in my computer. That's all I'm saying. So that was pretty much my whole point. I wanted to talk about the wall, how that shit is, to me, just an overlay for the underlay, and there's something bigger that could be going on because the money is there. The money is always there when it comes to us. It's always there. All that national debt shit, we got $1 trillion deficit, all that bullshit, man, it's nothing. You're talking about having a deficit with a fucking currency that don't mean shit. Long as we believe in it, it works. And ain't nobody gonna come collect. Why? Because we got the biggest and the most guns. That's it. That's a fact. So all that shit that people try to scare you with, oh yeah, we owe China all of these trillions of dollars. China ain't coming to knock on this motherfucking door. They ain't gonna do it. Why? Because we the bullies. We the biggest boys on the block. I got all the guns. I got the Rambo guns. And all y'all doing is sitting here with some fucking muskets. Try it if you want to. You want to talk shit? You want to come get your money? You want to try to come take it? Molan Labe, come and take it if you want it. And see what happens. See what happens. That's why ain't nobody saying shit to us about this money. We owe everybody something. And ain't nobody came in. We here to collect, sir. We want our money. We want our gold. Ain't nobody gonna come do that. Because you know what we gonna do? You want what? I ain't got it. Well, actually, I do. But I ain't giving it to you today. Gone. Okay. Because if you really want it, I'm going to come bring it with these aircraft carriers. That's how I'm going to drop it off. I drop. So you want me to drop your money off to you? You want to bring it to you? I'm going to load up these aircraft carriers. We're going to come over there and drop this shit off. Let some of these motherfucking F-18s fly over and drop that shit off. I'm going to drop it off. Or I'll drop some shit off to you. You want it? Huh? That's what I thought. Okay, I'm good? Okay. You just want to have a running tally of it? Fine. Actually, we'll put a clock up. Talk about our deficit. That's fine. But we ain't paying. Why? Because we ain't got to. That's right. We don't owe nobody shit. You want it? Come get it. And ain't nobody trying to get it. Why? Because it's basic, everyday life. They don't want this smoke. They don't. They don't. They don't want it. So ain't nobody coming to get it. So why are we worried about it? All we got to do is just say, hey, as us, worry about what we got going on every day in our lives, in our communities. That's what we need to do. That's how we need to look at it. Cool? Cool. And when I'm talking to anybody, when I'm asking somebody something on social media, like I said earlier, if I'm asking you something on social media, I'm not trying to say what you're saying is wrong. I'm just challenging your thoughts and ideas. And I would hope that you would do the same with me. Without calling me a name, without calling me a coon, without calling me a fucking slave, without calling me a house nigga, without calling me all these names, why not just say, hey, let me bring some factual evidence. Let me bring some shit that matters. Not some shit that happened 89 years ago or 400 years ago, talking about back in the day with the Bible, that's how we became slaves because King James wrote the Bible. And we ain't getting, don't tell me no shit like that. No shit that you can't factually prove. And you can't prove that the one day we gonna rise back up to the top. It's happening now. You just don't know it. That's bullshit. Tell me about some shit that's happening today that affects me today. Tell me about something that's gonna change my life today. That's all I'm saying. So, I don't know if Rodis is still in the chat, but let me see. Let me do this. Let me do this. Let me do this. How much time? I can't even see how much time I got, but whatever. It don't matter. Let's do that and let's do that. Rodis, you still in the chat? Cool. You got my number, my personal number, so you can call me. Just go ahead and call me, bro. Alright, cool. So let me explain what I'm about to do right here. This is my one of my childhood friends. My man Rodis Hunt that's in the chat. Grew up on the same block with this dude, known this dude for what? 35 years easy, right? At least. I know I've been knowing this dude since I've been 9, 10 years old. Alright? So we obviously have a difference of opinion, and I'm hoping that we can have a conversation about what it is that he's trying to say and what it is that I'm trying to say. So let's see. Do you want me to call you or can you call in? Let's see. Let's see. And let me make sure that this guy is on. Yes. And you should be able to turn up. And I should be able to hear him. All right. Let me see if you want me to just call you, dude. I can just call you, man. I don't know what the deal is. I don't want to have too much dead time, but yeah. But oh, you'll talk to me later. So you don't want to talk right now? Alright, cool. I will call you, bro. Bam. Yes, he can, Real Soul.
What up?
What up, boy?
What up?
Yeah. Hold on for a second. Let me make sure everybody can. Can y'all hear? Somebody just let me know if you can hear him. Just say something, Rado.
Yeah, what up? What up?
All right, cool. All right, so on your if you watching on the computer, you gotta mute the show so it won't do the reverb thing to where it'll be like talking back and we'll like hear everything twice. So just on your YouTube, just click the little mute. All right, cool. They can. Yeah, everybody can hear you. I just wanted to make sure we had the show muted on your end so that it wouldn't be a reverb to where it'd be like playing everything twice. But I can hear you loud and clear.
All right.
All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you the floor since I've been running my mouth all this time, and I want you to go ahead and give me your point on what it is that you feel is going on with the whole situation. The floor is yours.
Every time something happens with Donald Trump, he always directs it towards some type of prominent black person. Like last time it was Bill Cosby, now it's R. Kelly. Every morning I say good morning, hashtag fuck Trump. You feel me?
Uh-huh.
For everybody who don't know, I was in the Marines and I never thought I was a patriot, but he arguing about a wall now when the Republicans had the House for two whole years. The Republicans and the Democrats had a $25 billion bill to fund this wall and all of the government agencies. Army, Air Force, Navy, Marines, Coast Guard, all of that. So why you didn't take your wall when they gave you this money? I'm going to tell you why. He didn't take the money because they thought they was going to win the House and all of that. I ain't really trying to get into the political shit, but this dude, he got all type of charges pending and everything, but he always detoured what's happening with him. Just like all these Russians that got indicted and Manafort selling the poll numbers and all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? With the government shut down, can't nobody lock these motherfuckers up. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay. So
and nobody is not looking at that. This dude is a character. He is a puppet. He has Russia's interest at heart. He ain't did shit for the United States. Just like when the little journalist got killed. Oh, I don't know. If somebody hit my sister, I'm smacking their fucking head off. Period.
So, with that being said,
just like he done gave up Syria to them. These motherfuckers ain't had no motherfucking Middle East president in 45 fucking years.
Okay, and with that being said, I'm not disputing or disagreeing with that at all. And the only thing I'm asking you is, tell me what it is that with what he's done now and what he's doing from your, and just in your opinion and what you seeing and what you saying ain't nobody paying attention to, what is the difference between him and any of the past presidents?
It's his job now.
Yes, it's his job now.
He the motherfucker who in there fucking up shit now. He ain't just fucking up Democrats or black people. He don't give a fuck about nobody. How the fuck 800,000 people not fucking working who have a job, they not getting fucking paid? How?
You right. And is he the first one to ever? He has the longest shutdown, but is he the first shutdown?
No, nobody has never, nobody has never not got paid from it being shut down. That's what I'm saying.
Is this the longest shutdown that we've had? Yes. As far as I don't know about nobody getting paid, I don't know about that. I can't confirm or deny that. But what I'm saying is the whole shutdown thing, just like in past shutdowns, it's been because of these same two motherfuckers. It's been because Congress got some shit that they want, and the president got some shit that he want, and ain't nobody. Hold on, let me finish.
I'm not
just let me finish. Just let me finish. All I'm saying is these two sides are going against each other, and the people are the ones that's suffering in between time. And all I'm saying is you may be 1,000% right, but it ain't the first time this shit didn't happen. It's happening on his watch, just like it didn't happen on other presidents' watch. And all I'm saying is, why ain't the people saying, fuck this, we getting to the bottom of this shit with Congress and the president, as opposed to it just being, oh, it's just all the president.
Look, this is what I'm trying to tell you. The Republicans, for the first 2 years of his term, he could have did everything that he wanted to pass and all of that with no resistance. That's why during the second half of Obama's second term, he couldn't do shit because they had the House and the Senate. When Trump came in, he didn't ran wild and did all this bullshit because the Republicans had the House and the Senate. Nobody could challenge it. So now somebody's saying, okay, Donald, you over here, you have to play with the other kids now. He got a problem with that shit.
Yes.
So he making the American people suffer. That's my problem with him.
Yes.
He's making everybody suffer. I done lost like $15,000 in the stock market fucking with this motherfucker. So I took my shit out.
Okay. Which makes sense. But my point is this. Are you saying that it is solely him? Or are you saying that it's him in Congress? Because just like you getting up every morning posting fuck Trump, you should be posting fuck Congress too. That's the only thing I'm challenging you on. And can you answer that part?
Brian, that's the point that I'm trying to make. Trump and the Republicans had the House and the Senate for the first 2 years. So this year, since Nancy Pelosi and them got the House, and this checks and balances like Donald, you can't have nothing to drink after 7 o'clock because you can't do. He got a problem with this shit now.
And he has a problem with it now because all the other presidents before him was doing the same shit. No. Obama could have shut down the government too. Hold on. Obama could have shut down the government too to bitch him on and get his Obamacare. He chose not to. And ain't nobody. No, let me finish. Bro, wait. Let's have a conversation. That means you talk and I talk. And we both hear each other. All I'm saying is Obama could have did the same thing too. He didn't because that was his choice to not let the people suffer. And I get that. And I got a certain level of respect for that. But yet and still, we still suffering because we don't have free health care and we should. So we losing on either end. It's all smoke and mirrors is what I'm saying.
Exactly. But Brian, just to clarify, Obama did shut down the government, but people still got paid and they still work.
So I'm saying even with this shutdown, do they get like they won't get retro pay when the government starts back up?
Yeah, but see, the way that it normally works when they shut down the government, they go back to the table, which they asking Trump to do. Hey, look, we're going to sign a bill to, keep negotiating the wall, but we ain't going to let the American people suffer.
Exactly.
But Trump don't want to do that.
Yep, that's right. And that is fucked up. I'm not disagreeing with you on that, bro. Right. All I'm saying is,
issue with him.
Okay, and all I'm saying is we will suffer one way or the other. That's all I'm saying. Because the fact that we don't have free health care, that's our Congress fault. That's when them fucking Republicans was in there with their fucking arms crossed because they was fucking over us because they in bed with the pharmaceuticals. And we still suffering today. That's why we got these homeless people on the streets who don't have no fucking where to go because there is no health care for them. So they just living on the streets crazy as fuck and there's nothing we can do about it.
Exactly.
So what I'm saying is there should have been hashtag fuck Congress 7 years ago. There should have been hashtag fuck our congressman 2 years ago. But we didn't want to do that because we so busy watching the top of the food chain do their thing. That's all I'm saying. It's easier for us to get a congressman in and out of office than it is for us to get a president in and out of office. So why wouldn't you go after the Congress?
Brian, when you sever the head, you destroy the body. The thing is, yesterday is yesterday.
That's not true.
Today.
That's not true. When you can't reach the head, man, then why don't you work on the body? That's just like a boxer. If a boxer steady swinging for your head and he can't hit your face, he ain't gonna win shit and he's gonna get tired. He's gonna get tired out and he's gonna lose. So sometimes you gotta give body shots in a fight. You're not cutting off a snake head. You're going after another body that has arms and legs.
Trump is getting body shots right now. That's why he's having a fit.
He's having a fit, but who's suffering, bro?
The people don't have to suffer.
No. They don't have to suffer, but they are suffering. Look at the facts of what's happening.
He's not willing to negotiate. He's not willing to sign over the stuff to keep the government functioning because he wants those Russians to get away.
Okay,
and he don't want the sanctions to be lifted off of them.
Who's gonna stop him?
He owes them.
Who's gonna stop him? Who's gonna stop him?
If the government don't get back open, they can't stop.
Exactly. So he's playing. So that's what. Okay. So wait a minute. So if we really are trying to stop him, and we get all this evidence to get him and his band of fuckboys, right, why wouldn't Congress concede to what he's asking for and shave off that $5 billion off of the $600 billion they spending on military to go get his ass? You know why? Because they really don't want to get him. They just want to get what they want, bro. That's all it is. This is I want this, you want that, and I'm gonna cross my arms and throw a temper tantrum, and so is Congress. They like fuck Trump, and Trump is like fuck Congress. That's what's happening.
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead, sir.
If I say, Brian, here go this $25 billion, you could do whatever you want. You're not gonna take it?
It depends on why I will be taking it. If you're just giving it to me, I'll play. If you just give it to me, I'll take it. If you're gonna give it to me, I'll take it. I'll take the $25 billion.
Exactly.
Okay.
So they had a bill for Trump in August.
Mm-hmm.
He did not want to take it and put it into legislation.
Why?
Because like this investigation and all of that, I don't know if he didn't think that it would come out or anything, or maybe he don't know how the Secret Service work. Because when he fired Comey, that's when he really messed up.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So they kept investigating him.
Okay.
You know? So they was like, man, this dude might be, working for Russia, blase, yada, yada, yada. So from my synopsis of the thing, he didn't sign it in because they would have been able to hold those people accountable. So since the government is shut down, they can't bring them to justice because nobody is able to do their job.
Okay, and again, I'm gonna agree with you. And if I got you dead to rights, why wouldn't I give you what you want? Because I can get your ass out of office anyway. That's what I'm telling you. It's got to be. Hold on. It's got to be more to it. It's not just that easy, dude. Because if I got you, just like the FBI. What they always say about the FBI. If the FBI got you, they got your ass. They don't make a move until they got your ass. They don't come and tell you until they got your ass. They don't even let you be seen. They don't let it be seen that they even thinking about you until they got you. So if Congress, hold on. Answer this for me. If Congress can get him, why not give him what he wants so that they can? If you can answer that, I'll be all good.
Okay, so this what's happening now. The Congress and the Senate, the Republicans and the Democrats, they passing bills and legislation. You know what I'm saying, to keep the government going. It's a three-headed monster.
Executive, legislative, yes. I know.
Right. It's a three-headed monster.
Yep.
So the other two branches are working together to get the government back open and passing bills and legislation. But Mitch McConnell or whatever, he not taking nothing to the president, because he might lose his job. But I think that motherfucker, he out of there anyway.
Okay.
So they just going through the proper parameters to pass the stuff anyway.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. So why? So, and that's what I'm saying. If you can get them,
right? It's gonna happen. I say probably by February 1st, it'll be back open.
Okay.
He's just worried about going to jail. Trump, he ain't like us. Like black people, we survive. And like you said, the shit ain't directly affecting me. I work for myself.
Exactly.
I ain't worried about nobody coming to where I live at.
Exactly.
Because that thing that you had, I got that and some.
Right.
You feel me?
Yes.
It's just that I don't like, that the fact that people are working for nothing. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
And I never knew I was a patriot like this. I was in the Marines and all of that, and I did whatever I had to do and all that.
Thank you for your service, bro.
But I didn't know, I didn't know I was a patriot till I seen all the fuck shit. Like, how the fuck is he doing this? Walking up Air Force One with toilet paper on his shoes and all this stupid ass shit,
Yep. And just like a lot of people say this, they say he does shit that is unbecoming of a president. He does shit that is embarrassing as a president. Talking shit and calling the dude over in fucking North Korea the Rocket Man and all that. That's petty bullshit. Pushing motherfuckers out the way so he could be first in line. That's petty bullshit. But that's what the fuck a rich boy, bratty billionaire motherfucker does. So you can't be surprised at what it is, and you can't be surprised when a tiger does what a tiger does. The fact of the matter is, he shouldn't have been there in the first place. And he got there because the Democrats was doing some fuck shit on their own. Yeah. And because of that, we all paying the price for it. We all suffering as the president that we have now for it. So what can you do now if the FBI can finagle some shit and get him out of there? When was the last time we had a president successfully impeached? You talking about Nixon, dude? You know how long ago that was? Ain't nobody going for that. That dude did, but they wasn't successful. They didn't get him out. They ain't done it. A motherfucker ain't got out of office since his ass, since Nixon. This nigga's surrounded by lawyers. Trust and believe, even though they may be crossing the line, they walking close enough to the edge to where everybody ain't going to jail, bro. I guarantee you that. I guarantee you that. Man. They might talk some shit. Shit might get real antsy and real scary and real fucking real fucked up. But a motherfucker ain't gonna go to jail. Mark my words. Rich people don't go to jail, bro. And rich, powerful politicians don't go to jail. And if they do, they get pardoned ASAP.
I don't know. He might pardon himself. But
he might.
I don't watch MSNBC and all of that shit. I watch the news, the overseas news. Putin said he talks to Donald Trump every day.
Okay.
What the fuck is
well, exactly. But here's my thing. We had problems, and it was problems that people talked about with Putin and motherfucking Trump when he was running, bro. Nobody cared. They didn't care. Because they were so hell-bent on not getting that bitch in office. They didn't care, dude.
Man, fuck.
And just like he said, Trump will walk away before he go to jail. Just like Nixon did. Nixon was like, all right, y'all got me. Y'all got some fuck shit going. Peace out. I'll go ahead and let Johnson get in and do his thing. I'm out of here. He'll resign before he go to jail. So all this shit that the FBI trying to do, and all the while, his whole agenda is slowly but surely getting pushed through because eventually he just gonna executive order the shit he want to do, just like Obama had to do. That's all it's coming down to. So they playing games. And the people that's suffering, like you said, is 800,000 motherfucking Americans. But them 800,000 Americans, they need to show the fuck up next election and say, we ain't standing for this shit no more.
Right. Yeah, the people, they showed up for the midterm election. They need to show up next time for sure.
Exactly. And when the Democratic Party try to say, oh, we're going to put our person up, we need to be the motherfucker saying, no, fuck that. Y'all not putting this motherfucker up. This is who we want up. Yeah. That's what we need to do, as opposed to saying, okay, Democratic Convention, y'all tell us what to do. Yeah, okay, right. Okay. That's what happened.
Right. That's how the Republicans got the House in the first
place. Exactly.
When Obama.
I was just about to say, we laid back on our ass. You know why we did that? Because niggas don't know politics. Poor people don't know politics. So all the while we Obama, yeah, hope, keep hope alive. We bringing about change. While we cheering Obama, we wasn't smart enough to say, hey, wait, we got to make sure we get all our Congress back in. Because we don't need to flip-flop. And all the Republicans was doing was like, all right, while these niggas cheering for Obama, let's make sure we get our Republicans in. We gotta put this money towards these guys so they can all get voted into. Get it in. Yeah. So why not take that money and say, look, we gotta take this money that Obama, because Obama do you know Obama is the richest motherfucking president ever? His war chest he's gonna make the most money than any other president. Yeah. He should have been taking his money and saying, hey, let's help these motherfuckers out in Congress so that we can get our agenda and shit straight. So we'll have an all-Democratic Congress along with an all-Democratic presidency with motherfucking Bernie going into play. Because if Obama would have said, I'm sorry, Democratic Convention, we need to put motherfucking Bernie in, man. Everybody would have rolled with that.
Yeah, but they would have.
What'd he do, though? He sat back and said, okay, y'all want Hillary, fine. Y'all think the bitch gonna win because I beat the bitch, but whatever. Y'all wanted to win, fine.
You he was kind of weak because he just wanted to lead with his head on his shoulders, and you know.
Exactly. So he playing the game, just like the rest of them are.
He wants to get out alive.
Hey, whatever you want to call it, however you want to do, however you want to put it. He did what he did so that he could get up out of there. He was on a money grab too, just like the rest of them. Because right now, he's sitting back with his feet kicked up with a fucking boatload of money, paid up the asshole, and people are begging him to come somewhere to speak.
Yeah. But Donald Trump, he was selling slots to come meet him and shit as soon as he got in there.
Yeah.
$100,000 just to meet him.
Because he's trying to build up he got to build up his war chest.
Do that.
He got to build up his war chest so he can run again.
And he just tried to have a fucking GoFundMe page. They took all that money from his ass. Because,
yeah, exactly. So, you ain't doing nothing but making proof of my point. It's all smoke and mirrors, dude. The money is there for the wall. The money is there for the wall. Right. Why not give it to him? At the end of the day, you being a veteran, do you think...
Look, I ain't trying to cut you off, but this is why I'm so upset with him, because he had the money. That's what I'm saying. So he just doing this to prolong, you know, his bullshit that he got going on. That's all.
Absolutely. And should you be mad at that? Absolutely should be. I get it.
Hey,
I get it.
Self-preservation is the first law of man, not the American people.
But at the end of the day, all I'm saying is, if you gonna go after the motherfucking body, if you gonna go after the person, go after it the right way. Don't just look at what you seeing is the most polarizing person in the camp and say it's his fault. We need to get him. It's all of them motherfuckers in cahoots together. These niggas is running. They running the triangle offense on us, bro. And we ain't peeping game. We're not looking for the kick out because we all worried about Mike, and Mike ain't doing shit but doing a bunch of fancy moves, kicking it out, and they knocking threes on our ass.
Right. So here's my thing. Like what you saying is normalcy at its best. You feel me? But the thing is, what I don't like is Russia is controlling his ass, and they forcing his agenda, you know, their agenda through him to fuck us. That's my problem.
And my problem is this. There's always a conspiracy. There's always an agenda. And the only thing that we can control is who we put in office when it comes to those that affect us directly. That's all I'm saying. True. That's all and that at the end of the day is my only point. Why not control what you can? Because we can talk about all of the backdoor deals, all of the bullshit conspiracies, all of the traitorous and treacherous shit that is going on in DC. We can talk about it all day long. The only thing that we can control is the motherfuckers we put in office that are supposed to be doing the checks and balances. And the problem with that is the motherfuckers that are there right now, they got their own agenda. You got people in Congress right now that are new to Congress, and they going along with the status quo just so they can get vested. I'll do anything just so I can stay in office and get vested. So I'll go along with you. I'll vote for you. I'll vote for your bill. I'll vote yes on your bill as long as you help keep me in office so that I can get vested. Because once I get vested, I get a pension and I get free health care till the day I die. And the fact that them motherfuckers get free health care and we don't see a problem with that, that lets you know how much wool has been pulled over our eyes.
Yeah, I done been to other countries. I done actually got sick and shit, like in Spain and shit. Just went right to the doctor.
No problem, right?
No problem.
So it can be done. But we're not doing it for the simple fact that the pharmaceutical companies are the ones saying, fuck that.
The money in drugs. The money is in the drugs, not the cure.
Exactly. And as opposed to us saying, well, look, dude, don't charge me $600 for a goddamn shot, man. Charge me at least $200. You're still getting paid ridiculous amounts of money. But because a pharmaceutical company can give a fucking politician $1 million to put in their war chest, because that's money they can spend or retire with and have, They'll sell us down the river, and we steady voting that motherfucker back in office. Damn the president. President only got 8 years. Congress has been being that motherfucker till they die because it's such a sweet gig.
They need to get them bitches up.
And we won't, but we won't. We won't say, fuck this, we starting with Congress and we gonna work our way up. Because once we get Congress in order, once we get Congress doing what we want them to do, which is what they're supposed to do, then we can say, we want you to be president, sir. And we want our congressmen to get the shit together and put the shit in motion so that it happens.
I think Trump should just build the wall himself. He got enough money. He ain't paid taxes in 30 motherfucking years. He got it.
How does a motherfucker get to do that? You see what I'm saying? How does a motherfucker get to not pay taxes for however many years, not submit his tax returns, whatever the case may be, and it's like, that's known rich boy shit. That's all. That's all it is. And they cool with it. We cool with it. Because we like, oh, he's our guy. Trump's a good guy. He's a businessman. Let him do what he does. But we're not even smart enough to say, no, fuck that, man. Fight to hit my ass every paycheck. And if he getting over, I want to know how he getting over. We got to start taking control of the shit that we can control every day. The shit that's right in the low-hanging fruit. The shit that's right in our backyard. Our aldermen. Our mayors. That's the shit we need to be trying to control, bro. And we don't. Because we all want to sit back and blame it on Trump. That's it. That's my only problem. That was the only thing, the only point that I was trying to make today on your Facebook. That was it. You can motherfucking say fuck Trump to the end of the world. I'm with you. But you also need to be saying fuck Congress, fuck my alderman, fuck whoever else that's fucking me over. That's it. And if we're not trying to find out who's fucking us over, that's on us.
Yeah.
We looking at the guy who's standing up waving on the mountain saying, hey, everybody. Exactly. You work your way up till you get to where you need to go and say, cool. Just like in the movie Taken. When that dude daughter got took, that motherfucker said, okay, I'm going to tell you right now, pimp, you need to let her go because if you don't, I'm going to find you. I got a very specific set of skills and I'm going to come find you. And that motherfucker said, talking shit, good luck. You know where that dude started at? He started at the airport.
Yeah.
He started at the airport. He didn't go all the way, who the fuck got my daughter? And get on the news banging pots saying somebody done took my daughter. That motherfucker said, okay, I'm gonna backtrack this motherfucker and I'm gonna start from the bottom. Started from the bottom, now we here.
Yeah, that's all you gotta do.
That's all you gotta do. And look at what he did. Took him a little minute, but he got his baby girl back and he killed all them motherfuckers along the way. Did nobody get off? Did nobody get loose? Nobody got a pass. He gave it to every last one of them motherfuckers all the way up. I don't give a fuck if you knew or not. And what they said, oh, it was just business, man. It's just business. I don't give a fuck. It's just business for you, personal for me, bitch. Same thing with Man on Fire. What motherfucking Creasy tell them motherfuckers? Denzel said, hey, man. Nah, man. All y'all gotta go. You, La Herman died? You the bad motherfucker? Okay. Everybody going. And it got him to the point to where he got to the man, but was like, you know what? I can't go no further. I got to cut my losses. I can get my girl back, and she good. Hey, my time is up. I'm going to die anyway. This way it's all good. He sacrificed himself at the end, but them motherfuckers on the way up that ladder, all of them paid.
Yeah, especially those dudes in the club.
Exactly. Dude who got his fingers cut off in the car, that shit was so funny. He was cutting that nigga fingers off, tied him to the steering wheel, and then putting each one of them out, cauterizing the wounds so a motherfucker wouldn't bleed out. The nigga he had stretched out on the car with his pants down with a grenade in his ass. They all paid dearly for being a part of some shit that they shouldn't have been a part of.
Yeah. But Michael Cohen should have rat Donald Trump out.
We shall see. But I'm telling you.
He might just, play like Donald Trump is a good guy.
Hey, all I'm saying is this.
He only got 3 years.
In today's world and in today's climate in our country, if you got money and you got power, even if you do go to jail, it won't be long and it's summer camp. Plain and simple. That's how it's been. And that's how it's going to be.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. So, man, bro, I appreciate you calling and having a conversation with me, man. And that dude that's on your Facebook page, that Hotep Hebrew Israelite nigga, I don't know what the fuck he was on, but I was just laughing at him. But that shit that you said, I was like, what the fuck? And I didn't know, but I'm glad we had the conversation, man, and we got it figured out and we got it resolved. You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm good, man. I love you, bro.
Love you too.
All right, peace.
All right, yeah.
That's what it's all about. Hokey pokey. That's what I'm talking about. Having a conversation and just saying, hey, we can both have different points of view, but at the end of the day, we turned out agreeing on a lot of shit. That's all I'm saying. That's all it is. It is what it is. We saying, yeah, and I feel you too, Jason. And I know I don't know how long the show been going, but I know it's been going a minute. But at the end of the day, all I'm saying is this, bro. We are, for the most part, logically, we're kind of saying the same thing. We're just looking at it in different ways. But having a conversation gives you insight. It gives you a different approach. It gives you a different way to approach something. It gives you a different thought. Because he made me think about some shit. And I made him think about some shit. And y'all made me think about some shit. That's why I like doing the live shows. Because at the end of the day, we can all grow and get somewhere and learn a little bit more. Not just about the situation, but about each other. Because at the end of the day, we all building relationships with each other, man. We all talking about each other. And this should be some shit that you can say, hey, I'm going to send this to one of my boys. Or I'm going to send this to one of my peoples. I'm going to send this to my cousin or my girlfriend or my wife or my side chick or my side dude. Whatever you going to do. You can send it out and send it to somebody that can actually see this and maybe learn something. And it can help them look at something different. It can make them think about something different. That's all I'm trying to do. That's all my intentions are. That's what it's coming from. I appreciate you guys giving me the time and the opportunity just to be able to do this. Just to be able to talk about some shit that we normally wouldn't get to talk about. Normally, if I wouldn't have went live tonight, we'd have been doing some other shit. Football is off, so we'd have been watching some other shit on TV. Getting programmed. But now, we were able to have an exciting conversation. So I'm going to wrap this up. Or matter of fact, let me see if I got any donations. So I can say thank you to that. But I'm going to wrap this up and I'm going to come right back. And I'm going to talk about something else. I got another. I've been holding off on this, but now it is time to let this shit loose. I've been telling y'all, boy, in 2019, I'm doing my thing. I want to make sure that I don't leave nothing unsaid in this motherfucker in 2019. So that's my thing. So I'm going to come right back and do a show. I want to talk about our so-called rape culture. And I'm actually going to talk about how women cannot get raped. I don't know what people may think about it, how they might feel about it, or whatever. But I'm going to say what's been on my heart to say because it needs to be said. And then that way, hey, some woman hopefully will take heed to what I'm saying and it will keep her from getting raped. Because all this victim shit, he touched me back in 1942. All this shit about he made me feel uncomfortable back in 1981 or during the Bears Super Bowl back in 85. You know the Chicago Bears is the best football team all the time, but whatever. Back in 85, he rubbed against my breast while he was going to the bar and I felt violated and I believe he's a rapist. We need to stop it. So that's what I'm going to do next. But let me first and foremost go ahead and give a shout out to anybody and everybody that donated. Shout out to my man, let's see, make sure this name is right. Shout out to my man, Chris Sykes. He says, thank you, Brian. I appreciate your donation, sir. Thank you so much. Shout out to my man, let me make sure I can say the name. Shout out to my man, Dustin Knowles. Thank you for your donation, good sir. I appreciate it. Shout out to my man, Jimmy D. Hey, man, you right. Not a lot, but every bit counts, man. Hey, man, I appreciate it, man. Whatever anybody decides to donate to me, man, I appreciate it, dude. It is what it is, man. I mean, I don't do nothing but take the shit and wind up putting it back into this shit anyway. I'm trying to get me a new mic. I want to get either that Shure mic or that other silver. I got to ask Tommy what that mic is that he got. That silver mic. I wonder if anybody know what that silver mic is. I'll ask him shit. But yeah, I'm debating between those two mics. I want to get me a better mic and a mic arm because the one I got it don't fit with my desk right. But I saw one that's good, but the shit is expensive, of course. But that's what I'm working towards next. But anyway, man, dude, I just want to say thank you to everybody that donated. Let me make sure I got my man Dustin, yep, Jimmy D, yep. In case I missed, Michelle Glass, thank you so much for your donation. And Rosalinda Sotomayor, thank you for yours. And Barbara, thank you for yours. And Emmanuel, I know I did say thank you for those, but I just want to say thank you just to make sure I got everybody. I appreciate you guys. I'll be coming back in a little bit to do this other show. Love you guys. I hope that this has helped somebody become a better version of themselves. Shout out to my nephew. Shout out to my sister. Happy birthday again to you, Alicia. I love you. And shout out to everybody else that supports this show, supports this platform, and supports my boy Tommy Sotomayor. Y'all make sure y'all check him out and congratulate him on his show he did in Atlanta last night. It was off the chain. Salute to you, bro. I love you guys. Peace, and I'm out. Bye, live.